Hello and welcome to another Starcraft 2 commentary video. This is GomJabbar on Battle.net and KenGo on YouTube. This is going to be a pretty interesting build that I'm practicing right now. As you might know, I've been playing random since Beta Phase 2, but I recently decided to switch to Terran because Protoss is kind of giving me annoyances. PvP annoys the heck out of me. It's probably my least favorite matchup. I mean, TvZ sucks too, but yeah, PvP, I just hate it. It's just cheese all the time. Anyway, so I am now playing Terran, and TvZ, in sort of the current state of the game, is a little bit frustrating, I would say, for Terran. You know, Protoss is getting, Zerg is getting Mutalisks all the time, and, you know, just transitioning into Banelings, and it's really hard for Terran to deal with that. So, we're going to look at a strategy that is pretty big on Team Liquid right now. There's a post on there by Antisocial Monkey, I believe, about Marine Raven as the unit composition you want against Mutaling Baneling. And it's a pretty macro-focused build. It's based around out-macroing the Zerg, which seems kind of impossible, but I would like to believe that it's possible. So I will put a link to that in the description of this video, and I urge you guys to check it out. So I will be attempting this build. I've only been doing it pretty recently, so I'm not that good yet. You know, I need to practice it, and this is one of the games where I've been practicing. So pretty standard timing so far. The goal of this build is to actually get a fast expansion in the beginning and push out with Marines to pressure the Zerg into making Zerglings and hurting their economy a little bit. So I will be doing that. Although I have this gas. I should have pulled guys off the gas after making an add-on here. Whatever. I'm going to focus more on the strategy and not all the little details, because there's lots of mistakes on both sides. And let's see, my opponent, Lakka, is actually, I believe, in the Gold League, and I'm in Plat. So this might not be the most even match, but he actually does play pretty well until about the mid game. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about what he could have done to hurt my build a little more. So I actually decided to get this factory, and I'm not sure about that. I kind of used 1-1-1 to go into Ravens, but I don't know. So I'm actually going barracks with reactor, factory, expansion. I've never really seen that before. This is my first time doing it. It's a little weird. If I were doing this, I think I would be harassing with the Hellions while doing the expansion, but I do not do that. Anyway, so I need to build another barracks to keep my money low here. My minerals are quite high. And instead I'm going to go for a starport. 1-1-1 is actually where you make one barracks, one factory, and then one starport, one after another. It helps you tech up very fast. And because you have a wall off, it's pretty safe. And it's easy to switch techs just by switching around the building add-ons between different buildings. So I have a tech lab on this, but I could instantly just switch it over to the barracks reactor and have mass Hellion production. So I am getting siege tanks and siege tech. I made the decision while playing this, and I believe I did. Well, let me see what vision I have. Okay, I haven't seen what he has behind his first excuse me, his first scout. So at this point, let's see, there you go. I think I'm going to scan him, actually. Yeah, I scan his natural, and I see that it's going down, so I figure I'm pretty safe against any sort of major early aggression at this point. So now I'm going to expand. Not the safest expansion, considering he has, whatever, like 12 lings out here. But doesn't really matter. I'm making siege tanks, and my aim is gonna be ravens here as soon as I get up to 3 or 4 gas geysers. It's very hard to support ravens off of only 2, especially with siege tank production. If I had been doing only marines, which I'm supposed to do with this build, and upgrading the marines, that would have been eating into my gas as well. But as it is, I have no upgrades for my marines. The build that is on Team Liquid actually calls for, I think, 2 barracks and then an engineering bay, and sometimes even 2 engineering bays. You want 3 marines very quickly, but I bungled that a little bit here. So I'm going to make sure that my expansion is pretty safe. Money's getting kind of high, but again, not that big of a concern. He's up to 41 harvesters to my 31, so he is quite a bit ahead. And he has no queen as natural. It's a bit of a blunder there. But he is going for mutalisks, which is exactly what I want, because I'm going for lots of marines. Although I also have these tanks designed to counter the banelings preemptively. He is quite high in the food count. He has 48 harvesters to my 33. Army-wise, I'm quite a bit ahead, but of course it's Zerg, so he doesn't need to have much of an army at this point. Now, I am making ravens, and if I recall, there's a barracks. I am also getting Hunter-Seeker missile. This is also a bit of a mistake. I should have gotten the reactor first, so that, I'm sorry, oh, never mind, I do have the reactor. Awesome. Okay, so, yeah, you want that reactor upgrade first so that your ravens have energy, because Hunter-Seeker missile costs 125 energy, which is quite a lot. Now, what I really like to do is harass with auto turrets. That's super awesome. He's going to see that coming, though. So, yeah, the reason you get ravens in this build, the reason this whole strategy works so well, is because Hunter-Seeker missiles destroy mutalisks so badly. It's awesome. Thors don't really work against mutas anymore because of the magic box technique, where you spread your mutas out and the Thor splash damage doesn't hurt them. But it doesn't quite work against Hunter-Seeker. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get a few kills here. It's going to be pretty sweet. 3 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills, 6 kills, 7 kills. And, yeah, so I took out 8 kills. I just took out half of his mineral right here, and I now have the lead in harvesters with that 1 raven, so I would say that's very much paid for itself. But now we are back to about even. My opponent's getting quite high on the money. He should be spending that. And if he did, he would have much better defenses. But regardless, he is harassing me with the mutalisks down here, and he could have caused a lot more damage than he did, thankfully, but I have all these marines down here that are going to do pretty well. I think he's going to kill them all, though. So, he's going to be harassing me. I'm building lots of missile turrets. I've been kind of scared of overreacting with missile turrets lately, and these guys are rallied into the middle of nowhere, but anyway. But, you know, I've kind of realized that you just need a lot of missile turrets to cover your base. It's really important to regain map control, because if you don't have enough turrets and you can find a hole anywhere, then you're going to have to constantly be managing your turrets and building more. Now, luckily, he did lose all of those mutalisks, so it's pretty nice. With a little better muta control, he wouldn't have lost those. So, let's see, making more marines and more ravens. We've got 3 tanks right now, And ideally, with this strategy, instead of this factory, I should have another starport that's making constant ravens. Upgrade. Why is this engineering bay here if I didn't upgrade it? Come on, man. Anyway, so this factory should instead be a starport that's making ravens. Because you want all of your minerals going toward marines. And I'm supply blocked right now very briefly. And I'm making another expansion. The pressure that you can put on with marines and ravens is actually so good. And I have some auto turrets here. Oh, I missed my push. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, the pressure you can put on with marines and ravens, especially because of auto turrets and seeker missiles, allows you to get a little bit more map control. Marine spreading, unfortunately, I did not want that to happen. But he has a ton of zerglings. Anyway, whoa, where are you going, Raven? She's tank very badly plays. Yeah, the map control you get because of the ravens and the aggression that you can put on with marines because they're very cheap, very mineral cheap, means that you can actually put up a third base despite mutalisks. And I'm gonna use auto turrets to kill this mutalisk. Yeah. And another auto turret right there. Might get one kill. It'd be pretty cool. No, I guess not. Okay, so yeah, here we are again. Sorry I missed that before. But anyway, so if you do a lot of these little attacks here, you can see I'm already way ahead in the army. And income-wise, he is a bit ahead, though. But he's just not spending his money at the moment. So he's getting his infestation pit. He's quickly teching up to ultralisks, as a matter of fact. You don't know that yet, but I do. And he's going for another hatchery in his base. The fact that he has not expanded once or even twice by now, here, that's a mistake. But in any event, I'm about to take my third now. While I push out here, and these ravens almost have enough for a seeker missile. That one does. Point defense drone is also extremely good against mutas. They will save your tanks from quite a lot of damage. And I don't believe they stop roach shots, however. But in any event, I do have another starport now. I need to throw down more barracks, and because I have so many minerals, I actually need to be doing a lot of them. Now I'm getting infantry weapons level 1. That's very late. That's unfortunate. But anyway, so I kind of anticipated more banelings, but I don't think he ever actually makes any. So these tanks are a little less than ideal. I should control these ravens better. You really want to keep the ravens alive. But in any case, I'm actually ahead in harvesters now. This is interesting. So I'm going to move in here. An important thing to note with tanks is, I actually could be in range of this. But anyway, important thing to note with tanks. Now this is a mistake I've been making a lot with them. Pull back, Marines. Oh, and there's a seeker missile. Bam! Let's just take a look at that again. So here's this big attack. Watch the ravens. Auto turret, seeker missile. Boom! That one didn't do a whole lot, but now that one killed 2 mutas, and these ones are very low in health, and this auto turret will kill both of them. So, now I can repair this. Anyway, what I was saying was the thing with siege tanks, and I'm all over the place today, is you don't want to siege them up right when the battle starts. You actually want to siege them before the battle begins, and then poke it ahead with your marines, and then slow push the tanks. Leapfrog the back ones forward, then these ones up, and that's a lot safer than just running up here and then sieging, because then you just get swarmed and you die. So I think that's a very important thing to note.